let's talk this bike versus the 450. I haven't really had a video talking about why the hell I even got a 450. Really, I just wanted to try 4-stroke again. You know, there's something to that very smooth, linear, torquey motor of the 4-stroke that is very enjoyable to ride. You know, a trail like this, really perfect for the 450. And don't get me wrong, this bike's phenomenal on it too. Definitely a momentum-based trail. So really, you don't need that much horsepower. Like right now, I'm in 5th gear, just lugging. Like right there, I either needed to slip clutch or, oh geez. I either needed to slip clutch or downshift to really get power. But I'm not trying to race. But the 450, I could just leave it in 3rd gear and it would pull out of that hole super hard. So in a way, it's kind of more of a, the bike you can kind of ride more lazy in this fast flow. Now, where the 450 is really not good is like tight technical turn tracks, rut tracks, where smooth power application is so important. This bike, you can pop it in a high gear, lug it real low, you can be chopped, you can be a little sloppy on the throttle, and you're gonna be alright. The 450, the tiniest little movement in the throttle just completely affects the balance of the bike, the traction. Oh my god. Front end hopped out on something there. So like, I did a little training or a little ride with Max Gersten on one of his training tracks, and man, the 450 was not the move there. Suspension wise, it was nice, being a little stiffer, but it was just way too twitchy for my ability. I mean, that's, you know, I've got pretty good throttle control, but the point is it takes a lot of effort to, you know, doing a, what were they? Let's just say they were 10-minute motos and trying to just ride smooth and relaxed, because like I couldn't do it. I'd use a lot of clutch to keep it from stalling. Downshifting, unfortunately, you know, if I'm trying to hold 3rd gear and I got to use clutch, if I shift down to 2nd on the 450, it just becomes way too twitchy to where I actually probably would have to use more clutch to smooth it out. So that's where this is nice. You just pop it in 3rd gear on those tighter stuff, leave it in 5th for this. Like right now, well, that was wide open throttle for a few seconds, and it doesn't get out of hand. If I did that at slightly higher RPM, then the power band would, power valve would open up, and then the power would kick on. But even then, it's nowhere near what that 450 does. And obviously, like, really techie rock crawling, nothing beats the 2-stroke. I will say, like, rock gardens are actually pretty nice on it. It's a very stable bike with all that rotating mass, the weight up high. It's a lot less prone to like severe deflections and stuff, where this thing is like very lightweight. It's great for throwing into turns, but you definitely feel it. You can feel it get knocked around a little bit more. So yeah, very different bikes. Man, at this point, I'm kind of loving riding both of them just about equally. But I do really love the 450. Very happy to be back on a 4-stroke. But today, I haven't been riding the 2-stroke a whole lot lately. Mainly because I had a not very ideal front tire on it. I still have a not ideal moose. I have a hot dog down a hallway moose in there right now, in the front on this. So I feel a lot of tire rollover. But at least I got a new tire on it now. and it feels pretty good. It's just a little wallowy in some of the tight, fast turns. Feeling it flex and roll over. But yeah, I don't know. You know, if I had to choose one bike for everything. If you enjoy videos like this, or even if you think they suck, please head to my website, BeRAD-products.com, where you can find all the products that I personally use on my bike. They've all been tested. You can also find BeRAD merch here and some other stuff. So keep it short, head to the website. Every order helps. Without a doubt, it would be the 2-stroke. But at this point, I'm not doing that much hard enduro stuff lately. Just kind of sick of suffering in the heat. You know, you go through a lot of parts when you're crashing all the time. So I'm kind of getting better at just becoming a faster rider. And the funny thing is, this has been my focus for the winter. You know, this kind of riding here, and it's actually really helped my hard enduro. You know, I just did the Grinding Stone hard enduro. Although I wasn't actually racing it, I still did like 1.5 laps with the addition of pulling up, you know, probably 200 or 300 bikes, helping people out, and I had plenty left in the tank by the end of it. It was tiring pulling the bikes up. But riding wise, man, I was just riding so efficiently. So yeah, there's something about the speed. It's just like you're less stressed about a big feature when you can hold twice the momentum through the turn leading up to it. You just kind of mash into it and it goes up. And my approach for the longest time to hard enduro was like, how slow and trialsy can I do it? Which is cool. It's really fun. It's awesome practice, but at the end of the day, it's so inefficient. Like, just ride up the damn thing. Hold your form. Quit trying to squat down for everything. Straight leg, push into the peg. And yeah, it's been really effective. I've never ridden in that riding area up in Page more efficiently and confidently than I was this year. And obviously I still made mistakes. You always do. But it was my first trip to Page that I might have tweaked my handlebars a little bit, but it was the first time in Page that I didn't like fully obliterate my bike on anything. And I would attribute a lot of that to just working on riding efficiently. But anyway, I think I want to stiffen this bike up a little, and I think I want to soften up the 450 just a tiny bit. So like the 450 is perfect for this terrain, but like in Michigan, where you start adding in some like wet, slippery roots, I think it just needs a little bit softer valving in that top couple inches of the stroke to really keep the tires planted over those roots and stuff. I mean, performance-wise, it does do fine, but I guess it lacks a little comfort. You know, I'm not racing. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to have fun and ride. So a little more comfort would be nice. Oh, a little baby bunny or something running in there. Distracted me a little bit. Woo, bottom out. Maybe it's just because, the more I'm riding this today, I'm realizing, man, it is really comfortable. Even though it's a little soft, it's like, now that I kind of know what to expect on those more aggressive G-outs, I'm actually appreciating it a little. The 450 kind of beats you up, but I definitely have more confidence going into turns on it. Going into turns, G out. Better wait for Jake. Another reason I got the 450 is, honestly, I just thought it'd be fun. I haven't had a 4-stroke in general in like 8 years since my Supermoto, other than that G-Force 450FX I had on loan, gosh, almost 2 years ago now. But I just thought, I'm like, man, it'd be kind of nice to just have an insanely overkill bike just to kind of practice, you know, practice more throttle control, maybe riding a little faster, and it's just something totally new and different. I mean, like, the other extreme is like a 125, which you guys know I love my 125X. But yeah, it's like that, you have to ride hard. The 450 is kind of like developing discipline of, you know, for most of the riding I do, like even this, if you really push that bike, it'll show you what it's made of real fast. You know, this bike's really forgiving. As long as you keep this thing at low RPM, like right there. I mean, that's 5th gear from idle RPM. Right there, wide open throttle. Again, wide open throttle. And you can just kind of learn where in the RPM you can just pin it, and it stays nice and manageable. On the 450, you cannot just whack the throttle in any gear, or that rear end will break free. So it really teaches you to roll on the throttle smooth. And it's been taking a little getting used to, honestly. Now that I've got the hang of it though, it's like, especially turns like this, it's crazy how much control you get. I love doing wheelies on the 450, but this bike definitely is easier. It just kind of floats around at balance point, not having the engine braking. You know, provided you're good with the rear brake, it does make the wheelies pretty easy. It's a little harder to just like settle into the power on the 450. It's just so snappy and responsive. That hurt my bum.